You're scrolling through your phone and that familiar wave of anxiety hits. You face a setback at work and the frustration is just overwhelming. Everyone tells you to be resilient, but honestly, it feels like you're trying to navigate a hurricane in a paper boat. What if I told you that a lot of this struggle comes from a few simple modern habits that are torpedoing your inner peace? And what if the answer has been sitting there waiting for you for over 2,000 years? The ancient Stoics faced plagues, wars, and exile with a sense of calm that seems almost superhuman today. But here's the secret. It wasn't magic. It was a skill, one they built through discipline and practice. In this video, we're going to drag 4 of these modern habits into the light and give you a practical, Stoic-based guide to building your own unbreakable mental toughness. Hey, welcome. If you clicked on this video, you've probably felt the friction of modern life. That constant pressure, the feeling of being pulled in a dozen different directions, and that quiet, nagging sense that your own mind is working against you. You want to be strong, to face challenges with grace, but our world has sneakily trained us into habits that make this incredibly difficult. These habits are subtle. They disguise themselves as normal, even productive, parts of our day. But under the surface, they're taking a wrecking ball to our inner citadel, that calm, rational core the Stoics worked so hard to protect. Today, we're exposing these 4 destructive habits. But more importantly, we're going to replace them. For each habit that's weakening you, we'll give you a powerful Stoic principle and a practical tool to build you back up, stronger than before. This isn't just a philosophy lesson, it's a training manual for your mind. Let's start with the first, and maybe the sneakiest, habit of them all. You know that relentless critical voice in your head? The one that whispers, "You're not good enough," when you think about that new job. The one that screams, "You'll never pull this off," when you face a new challenge. This is the habit of negative self-talk, and it's best friends with what modern psychology calls a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your intelligence, your talents, and your abilities are set in stone. When you believe this, every single challenge becomes a test you could fail, proving your limits. This combination is devastating. It fuels procrastination, makes you terrified of failure, and can turn a small stumble into a final judgment on your worth. This internal story doesn't just feel bad, it actively blocks your ability to grow. The Stoic solution: disciplined dialogue and the growth mindset. The Stoics knew that our inner world is the one thing we actually have control over. The philosopher Epictetus taught that it's not events that upset us, but our judgments about them. Your inner dialogue is just a constant stream of these judgments. If that stream is polluted, your whole world is going to feel toxic. The Stoic fix is to treat your mind like a room you have to keep clean. This means practicing intentional self-talk. It's about consciously choosing how you speak to yourself. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius constantly wrote about returning to his inner citadel, a place of rational calm, safe from external chaos. Your inner dialogue is the gatekeeper to that fortress. The modern parallel is Dr. Carol Dweck's concept of the growth mindset. This is the simple, powerful understanding that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. It reframes challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to get better. Here's your game plan. First, just notice your inner critic. When you hear that negative voice, don't get into a fight with it. Just label it. Say to yourself, "Ah, that's the doubt talking." Or, "There's that fixed mindset again." By naming it, you create distance. You are the one observing the thought, not the thought itself. Second, actively replace the negative thought with a growth-oriented one. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "I can't do this yet. What can I learn to make it possible?" Instead of, "I failed," try, "Okay, that attempt didn't work. What did I learn for the next one?" This isn't about fake positivity. It's about shifting your focus from a harsh verdict to a productive process. This next habit is the tendency to see yourself as a powerless victim of your circumstances. It's that feeling that life just happens to you. The boss is unfair, the traffic is out to get you, other people have all the luck. This victim mentality often goes hand in hand with all or nothing thinking. A project is either a total success or a complete failure. A day is either perfect or it's ruined. This mindset is exhausting. It wastes so much mental and emotional energy on blame, envy, and frustration over things you can't change. It turns small hurdles into giant walls and stops you from taking ownership of the one thing you truly control: your response. The Stoic solution, the dichotomy of control. This is maybe the most famous and practical Stoic tool of all time. Epictetus put it plainly: some things are up to us, and some things are not. What's in our power? Our thoughts, our judgments, our actions. Outside our power, pretty much everything else. What people think of you, the economy, the weather, and ultimately, even our health. The mentally tough person doesn't waste a second of energy on things they can't control. They pour all their effort into what they can control. Just by sorting your experiences into these two baskets, controllable and uncontrollable, the victim mentality starts to dissolve. You can't be a victim if your focus is entirely on your own next move. A powerful technique here is something the Stoics called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Now, this isn't about being gloomy. It's a mental fire drill. You spend a few minutes in the morning thinking about what could go wrong. Your car might not start. A coworker might be a jerk. A project might get delayed. By picturing these things in advance, you can rehearse your response in a calm state. You can decide ahead of time how you'll handle it, reminding yourself what's in your control and what isn't. If it actually happens, you're not shocked or victimized. You're prepared. So here's the countermeasure. Anytime you feel that spike of frustration, anxiety, or anger, just pause and ask the ultimate Stoic question. What part of this is in my control and what part isn't? Then, make a conscious decision to pour all your energy into the part you can control. Let the rest go. It's not your business. The third habit is that relentless demand for perfect results. It's often disguised as a virtue, like having high standards, but really, perfectionism is just fear in a fancy costume. It's the fear of making a mistake, the fear of being judged, the fear of not being good enough. This fear leads straight to procrastination, because if you can't do it perfectly, it feels safer to just not do it at all. It causes massive anxiety and burnout as you chase a standard that's impossible to meet. And the funny thing is, perfectionism actually stops you from getting better because it makes you terrified of the very mistakes you need to learn from. The Stoic solution, embracing obstacles as fuel. The Stoics saw mistakes and failures completely differently. They weren't things to be afraid of, but raw material for building character. The philosopher Seneca said we should see errors as fuel for growth. For a Stoic, the goal isn't a perfect outcome. The goal is a virtuous effort. The focus is on progress, not perfection. The famous Stoic phrase, "The obstacle is the way," sums this up perfectly. Whatever is blocking your path, a tough project, a personal flaw, a difficult person, isn't in the way of the path. It is the path. It's the training partner you need to forge strength, wisdom, and resilience. To a Stoic, a mistake isn't a personal failure, it's a data point. An obstacle isn't a frustrating barrier, it's an opportunity. Your countermeasure for perfectionism is to practice what's known as voluntary discomfort. Intentionally take on small challenges you know you won't be perfect at. Try a new skill and give yourself permission to be a clumsy beginner. Start a project knowing the first draft is supposed to be messy. The whole point is to prove to yourself that you can handle imperfection. Then, at the end of the day, you can try the Stoic exercise of a nightly review. Ask yourself, what went well today? What didn't? Where did I act with courage? Where did I let perfectionism hold me back? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's a gentle, objective review so you can be a little better tomorrow. Focus on the effort, not the outcome. Our modern world is basically a machine built to deliver comfort and eliminate all friction. Food shows up at your door. Entertainment is on tap. We can dodge tough conversations with a quick text. This constant hunt for ease creates our fourth destructive habit, an addiction to comfort. When we're always comfortable, we become psychologically fragile. Our tolerance for any kind of hardship, mental, emotional, or physical, plummets. We become like a weightlifter who only ever lifts the tiny pink dumbbells. The moment a real load shows up, the muscle just isn't there. Minds that are never tested shatter when they face real adversity. This makes us anxious and terrified of loss because we've never proven to ourselves that we can handle it. The Stoic solution, the practice of voluntary hardship. The Stoics knew that resilience, just like a muscle, has to be trained. Seneca was a huge advocate for voluntary hardship. He suggested that we should occasionally set our comforts aside and live for a short time as if we'd lost them. Eat a super simple meal for a day or two. Sleep on the floor. Take a cold shower. The point here is twofold. First, it vaccinates you against the fear of loss. When you experience a little hunger on purpose, you realize it's not the terrifying monster you imagined. You prove to yourself that you can endure. This builds a quiet confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. Second, it's a gratitude machine. After eating plain food for a day, a normal meal tastes like a gourmet feast. After a cold shower, warm water feels like an incredible luxury. You stop taking things for granted and start truly appreciating them. You're building a defense against future pain while appreciating your present fortune. The countermeasure is simple, but not easy. Deliberately introduce small, manageable doses of discomfort into your life. Walk instead of driving for that short trip. Put your phone in another room for an evening. Take the stairs, and reframe how you think about it. When you feel that cold water or that pang of hunger, tell yourself, this is strength training, this is making me stronger. You aren't punishing yourself, you are building your resilience. You are proving in small ways every day that you aren't a fragile creature who needs constant comfort, but a resilient human who can thrive in any circumstance. So there we have it, the 4 destructive habits of negative self-talk, victim mentality, perfectionism, and comfort-seeking. And we have their powerful Stoic antidotes: disciplined dialogue, the dichotomy of control, embracing obstacles, and voluntary hardship. But remember, these are not just cool ideas, they are practices. Mental toughness isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you build, action by action, day by day. So here's your challenge. Pick just one of these habits that you recognize in yourself. For the next 7 days, focus only on its stoic solution. If you struggle with that inner critic, practice labeling its voice and reframing your thoughts. If you feel like a victim, make it a game to ask, what can I control here in every frustrating situation? Make it a daily practice. The power of this philosophy is in the doing. The ancient Stoics weren't just thinkers, they were doers. They understood that an unexamined life, driven by unconscious habits, will always lead to anxiety and frustration. But a life lived with intention, discipline and courage leads to something else entirely, an unbreakable peace that no external storm can touch. You have the tools. You have the guide. The strength you're looking for isn't out there somewhere to be found. It's in here, waiting to be built. If this guide resonated with you, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for more practical wisdom on building a resilient mind. And in the comments below, let me know. Which of the 4 habits are you going to tackle this week? Let's build a community of modern-day Stoics supporting each other on this path. Thanks for watching.